Hi Taurus, it's Christina here from In the Know Tarot, here to do your September 2020 love general spread. Now keep in mind that these are just general messages that may not resonate with each and every one of you each and every time. Only take what applies, discard the rest. Now I'm using two different decks for the reading today. We've got mostly the Rider-Waite, but I pulled one card from Find Your Happy by Shannon Kaiser. Looking right away at your reading, in the past here, who was keeping secrets? So somebody was keeping a secret from you, or you were keeping a secret from someone else. Now they were keeping this secret, you know. I mean, they were in the past here, they were holding on to it, clinging on to the secret. They were very defensive. Okay, we've got the Seven of Wands. This person was very defensive, so you might have had a feeling that this person was keeping something from you, and if you tried to ask them, for example, you got met with that that wand. You got met with resistance. You got met with defense. They were very defensive. They might have been harsh. They might have snapped at you. They were not letting you in, regardless of, for some of you, it was definitely a secret. They weren't letting you in on the whole picture. They weren't letting you in on how they saw a situation or what was going on. This could have been an Aquarius. It could have been another earth sign like yourself. So it could have been another Taurus like Virgo or Capricorn. Regardless, I mean, I've got other signs here. Definitely could be fire. Some of you could in particular be dealing with a Leo, any fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But regardless who this actually was or is, this person was very hell-bent on keeping the secret. They did not want you to find out. They did not want you to know. Now, for some of them, something could have been bothering them and they just didn't want to bother you. For others, it could have been more extreme than that. For some of you, it could have been where they saw this situation going. They were keeping you kind of in the dark. So they might have been the type of person who, just like I said, they were keeping you in the dark. They were concealing their feelings. It was hard for you to see how they felt. They're not the type of person, for some of you, they're not the type of person to say I love you, to really show their emotions, to really express themselves. And so you might have been left like confused as to where this was going. And every time that you tried to ask them to clarify that, for some of you, they would get defensive. They wouldn't want to talk about it. This person could be bad with their expressing their emotions or talking about their feelings. They definitely may they may have a hard time opening up. There could have been trust issues in the past with you or with other people, and that may have been why. I'm going to get a card here for the Three of Wands. Yeah, you couldn't read this person. It wasn't a very black and white situation. It wasn't one way. For example, like you might have been getting like weird vibes from them. Like one minute they acted really like hot, next minute cold, and it was really confusing you because you didn't really understand how they felt about you, kind of thing. For some, like I said, it was just a secret. They were going through something and they were trying to keep it from you. Could have been too, in that sense, this person likes to handle things by themselves. They could be very independent. They could try to fix it themselves, not want to burden other people, not want to they might keep everything on the inside. For example, they might keep everything on the inside, and but if they were they would snap at you or get defensive. You could definitely tell, you could definitely sense that something was wrong. This might be like out of character for them. This might be out of the ordinary for them. They might have been going through something. So that was in the past. Now looking at the present moment, we've got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is reversed, followed by the Strength card. So like I said, some of you definitely could be dealing with a Leo. Doesn't have to be, but I'm going to get a clarifier for this Four of Cups. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But I'm getting this feeling like they're the type of person, whatever sign it is, they're the type of person, they're only going to show you what they want to show you. So no matter what, like if you're trying to get something out of them, like if you're trying to get them to tell you the secret or break or slip or, they're pretty smart, and they don't want to, if they don't want to share it, you're not gonna trick them into it, kind of thing. You're not gonna make them tell you. They're really only giving you, though, a portion of what's going on here in the present. I see them giving you something. So here in the present, for example, they might give you, you might have, not drop the issue, and they may feel like in order to like keep the peace, they have to tell you something. So they give you like something here. They're giving you something, but they're not giving you the whole situation. They're offering you something here. They might be even opening up and telling you a little bit, but this is just to kind of like pacify you or pacify the situation or keep the peace, rather than, they're not giving you the whole picture. Okay, what they're offering you is just so that they can keep the peace, just so that this won't cause any instability. They're not sharing everything. For whatever reason, they're not sharing everything. I think definitely that if they do share everything, they either think that it will create conflict in your life, or like either, like I said, that it might burden you or create cause hassle. They may not want to talk about it. It may be something that they don't want to talk about themselves, let alone deal with. For some, let me just get a clarifier for this Three of Cups. For some, I got 3 cards here. I've got the Magician, and that's upright. I've got the Two of Pentacles, and that's reversed. And then I've got the Chariot. So for some, it could be a third-party situation with either an Aries or a Cancer in specific. But if not, it doesn't have to be. It could just be that this person focuses on this person wants to focus on the good, not the bad. This person would like to possibly not even focus on it themselves. They definitely want to keep the peace. They want to keep you happy, but they are keeping something from you still in the present. So if someone gave you like a little bit, that's what they're giving you, a little bit. If someone told you this is the truth and this is the whole truth and this is it, they're still keeping something from you. Now that's the present moment. And they're doing that to avoid conflict. They're doing that to keep the peace. They're afraid that if they tell you, that it's going to make the situation worse, okay? They're afraid that if they tell you, if they go that way and they tell you, it's going to make the situation worse. I'm not sure quite yet why, but that's just what they're feeling. They're afraid to manifest something worse here with you if they tell you. So they're definitely keeping something. Now here in the future, we've got the Tower card. So this is like that moment where you find out anyways, okay? You find out anyways. You find out, you might find out through, if they're still not telling you, this could be someone else telling you. This is information coming in. This is you knowledge coming in. This is you learning the truth, you uncovering what's really going on here, you getting to the bottom of it. They may come right out and tell you. For others, like I said, this could be something where you find out, indirectly, like you found out from someone else. Someone else might have shared this information with you, or you found out by accident. For example, you saw something, you found something, at their house, for example, something like that. Now, because I see you really looking at this information. So if you found out, for example, if you were at someone's house and they had something lying around and you saw it, and this is you now trying to figure out what to do with this situation, what to do with this information. If you haven't told them yet that you know, this is you trying to figure out how to move forward. This is you trying to figure out how to remain on top. Okay, so let's say, for example, this was a third-party situation and you found out about it. This is you trying to figure out how to, the best situation, the best way to move forward. Okay, you've got to be very careful in how to move forward. Or if it's not to do with a third party and they're actually sharing this with you and they have an issue, something that they haven't been able to solve on their own, this is you kind of like stepping in, and you also are helping them figure out a way. So this is you trying to figure out a way here of how to move forward. So if they're having problems with their finances, for example, this is you trying to, so let's say that this person told you that for example, that they've been working and you could tell something's wrong, but they really got laid off and they've been looking for a job and they haven't been able to find one and they've had no luck. And finally you're at their house and you realize that for some reason, something happens and and then they come clean and they tell you they haven't been working for months and they tell you about their problems, and this is you trying to figure out how to correct the situation. You trying to figure out how to move forward now that so that it can turn out with a good outcome, instead of, you want to turn this Nine of Cups upright. So this is you coming in pretty much to kind of save the day kind of thing. And it's going to turn out, it's going to turn out good, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles and that's for the outcome. So this is like, you may be, for example, someone might come clean and say they don't have a job. Well, here you are and you're like, well, now that I know, I'm glad you told me, because I know such and such and they are looking for someone and that would be a great match for you. And this is, a Ten of Pentacles kind of moment here, because I can give you a reference and I can talk to them and they can hire you and you're exactly what they're looking for. And if you wouldn't have told me that and you would have tried to fix it on your own, then we wouldn't have this outcome. And this is like getting a good job with lots of pentacles. And that's just an example for some of you, but it's like that. And then for some, it's like that. For some, you're dealing with a water sign. Doesn't have to be, but for some, it's like once they tell you, you're like partnering up with them. So for example, if they tell you something and they've been trying to do it all alone, then you're helping them. You're helping them reach that together. So let me just read card number 7. So that's out of difficulties, grow new beginnings. I trust the process. Card number 7. When things start going wrong, it can be hard to believe they will even out and go right again. As your life begins to spiral out of control, so can your thoughts, and soon you can be consumed by negativity. This card is telling you that even though recent events may have caused you to worry, these changes are working in your life to make it better. Today is an opportunity to focus on new beginnings. What ended is no longer serving you in your life. It is safe to trust that all troubling situations are guiding you toward a better one. You can use your imagination to solve the problem and create new approaches. You have everything you need to move into the next phase of your life. You are being guided and you are safe and protected. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back to do another reading soon. Thanks.